Right, here we are folks back, and here is Emma in all her glory. And she just looks like me, just like I used to look as a baby. Of course, I'll not be able to find any photographs, but in any of the ones that I've seen, she just reminds me of me. Now, of course, whenever Jo is an extremely committed and talented artist, and she sends you work in in my defence, it's very early in the morning and I've had a very late night. Progress pictures, and at every cut and turn, and asks, and actually she's the one with the eye because I'm not very good at contributing. But when she was overstaying, she brought Ira, who was Everly, and she had painted her hair, and she painted Gemma's hair just perfectly, and that's what makes her look like me. Anyway, she was to send her home in a painted kit for so sorry folks, I don't know how to work this camera yet. It should be much better than the iPhone. I'm loving the phone actually, I never thought it would part with my iPhone. I feel a bit like a traitor. Can I get this thing to focus? Maybe I was just too close. Yes, there. Well, it's in and out. Anyway, she is obviously the beautiful, serene, peaceful sleeping baby kit that we all know and love. Bit podgy, happy and content, having enough to eat. Now, her hands, whenever you see these kits as kits, and I mean, if you're on Facebook, go and look Jo up till you see some of the transformations. It's so hard, people talk about doing details. Every crease, a little bit of redness around the wrist there. Of course it helps with my arms and my hands in the way. Look, these little details. The redness in the palm of the hand. And yet peaches and cream, and she really suits her complexion. There we go. Now anyway, she wasn't supposed to be, she was supposed to come to me as a painted kit, and I hadn't even got round so much as ordering a body because she was done very quickly to an extremely high standard, and she came home with this body, which is obviously a custom made. I presume Jo had ordered this and knew she was coming here all along. I wouldn't like to have to pay for this body, but I'm thrilled that she's on one, and it does make all the difference. But when I lifted her out of her box yesterday, I knew by the weight of her and the weighting of her that she was a properly weighted baby. Now the funny thing is, Jo re-weighted Darius for me whenever she was over here, and I can feel the difference in him. So anyway, here's her legs. You're not seeing any of the colour of her. I wonder if I... Sorry, baby. Go from about here. It's a bit better, but still not her colour. She's pink. She's very pink. She looks very swarthy in this, and she's not. She's peaches and cream. But this kit has lovely feet. Now, as a blank kit, this kit didn't look to have too much detail, and yet look at the detail in there. She's mottled and blushed to perfection. Oh, this is annoying me. I get a little redness and maybe a little like bruise on her knee. Oh, you've all seen her head, but she's got like a light pressure mark. I'll try and make another one later on, but so this is the body, this is the whole thing. I think Jo calls this front loading. I can't remember. Jo, maybe if you watch this you'll comment, say a front loading full legged body. And I think she's supposed to be 3/4, but she would have been an awfully long baby. But like, I just love that pose. But when you turn it over this special body, you'll see she's got a bum, but also, I'll show you this first. A cupcake fairy creation, original by Joe. Not doing that justice, Joe, because I hadn't read it. Or I mean, I had read it, but I can't read it through the camera. But look at the back of her hair. Ah, why can I not show you this? It is just incredible. See, I'll try going really close and then trying to focus. Nearly. Oh, there we go. The hair is incredible. Look at the sweepy bits. She's so talented. Anyway, we're now at nearly 6 minutes, so I'm going to go and dress her now and be back to seeing her dress. Oh, isn't that just to die for? You could never achieve that with rooting, and even if you did, it wouldn't last very long, would it? Anyway, back shortly. Just a quick snippet of Emma back with her vest on. Didn't show you this. You didn't see this in her box opening yesterday. She was wearing it. What a pretty vest. And I did have one, but as I say, she came with this, so off we go again. Okay folks, here we are, back with the final part of our video. Emma ready for the day. And she's wearing this beautiful bonnet, which was a present. I had got her one of these bracelets, but I'm not really sure how to make it small enough. I know I've done one before, maybe that's just a bigger one, but I'll interact with that shortly and see if I can get it. But here we are with butterflies, pretty corner. Now this is Disney Tiny Baby. Now Disney, as some of you know, is Asda brand, and I thought it looked alright size-wise. I didn't realise it was Tiny Baby, and certainly wouldn't buy Tiny Baby for her, but I've been saving this outfit. And I just think it's perfect for her. But if she was a real baby, I wouldn't take her out in it. She's also got these little shoes I bought with Joe at Matalan. We were at Matalan, but the socks aren't perfect, so I'm going to be able to get some bits. And this blanket I think will be Emma's blanket because, well, just because it suits her, and she's actually a really chunky baby for a newborn. And the cupcake blanket wasn't really quite big enough. And then lastly, isn't she beautiful? Lastly, the reason why she's called Emma is that the day after, I'm dreadful at posting things, as my friends know. Mostly because now I live nowhere near a post office. Anyway, the day after my mother posted this kit to Joe, my mum was very impressed by Joe, and my mum doesn't be impressed by many people. Anyway, and she loved Ira, and I can't wait to show her Emma. I'll show her tomorrow. Anyway, so I knew it was a Gemma kit, and on the way home, in the favourite charity shop that the other toy came from, I found this. Now, my son had paid for this kit for Mother's Day. He actually paid for the postage of it home for my birthday. And when he was born, I was convinced he was going to be a girl and his name was going to be Emma Kate, so it was perfect that this baby should be called Emma. So, and she's going to be a traditional girl. Mostly. Obviously, as far as I can have her traditionally. But this was the little sleeper she had on earlier on, and that's Carter's 3 months. So it just goes to show you there's no allowing for size. I think she could wear anything really. I say this is Tiny Baby. Now it's not to be confused with Asda's normal Tiny Baby size, which is for a tiny baby, and I think probably Faith would fit in there. I don't think Laura would even fit in Tiny Baby Asda size. But this Disney one, as I say, is she's got butterflies and bells. I've got a little bell that I'm going to put on her lovey, and I don't know, I might get her special lovey, thinking about it. Anyway, right, this video's over 10 minutes, so I just hope you love my baby as much as I do. Thank you again, Joe. Hope you're all having a good day, and honestly, seize every moment. You never know when shocking, terrible news is going to come. Love you all. Bye.